Hello and welcome to Poli-Tricks. I'm your host, Yusrah Bardien. Thank you for being with us. On today's episode, we are discussing Tafelberg. Have you ever wondered what Tafelberg is all about? Why people keep wanting to put houses on the mountain? Let me tell you here, that is not the case. We are here to explain to you that Tafelberg is the site of the old Tafelberg Remedial School in Sea Point. I bet you're wondering, what are all these crazy activists about, and why is the city and the province always fighting against them? What is the fuss about? That's what we're going to discuss here today. We know that apartheid ended in 1994, but did it really? What we have is a site in Sea Point that is perfectly suited for affordable housing, which has been established through a number of feasibility studies, one of which was done by the Western Cape government themselves. Their study said that 270 units could be built on the site. But the site was then sold to a private company by the then Minister Helen Zille, the Premier Helen Zille, which meant that affordable housing could no longer be built. We then got stuck into a court case, which is running to this day and will be heard on Monday at the Supreme Court of Appeal. The province is using this court case to not develop the site. However, there is nothing in the court case at this stage which prevents the province from developing affordable housing despite the ongoing nature of the case. Here's a clip of the then Premier Helen Zille directly misleading people.
There is about 1.1 hectares around the Tafelberg school that can be developed, but that is not enough land to make affordable, let alone social housing viable.
That's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. The social housing companies are ready to do it.
Here's another clip of Helen Zille threatening legal action against people trying to promote constitutional action.
I think you guys must be very, very careful because you might find a legal summons coming your way.
Moving right along, that is the genesis of the Tafelberg issue in Sea Point. So you're wondering, why are you still watching this video and what can you get out of it? Here's what it is. We're going to tell you just how much money the state might be spending on this case alone. So let's look at the figures. 5,000 Rand per hour for a senior advocate, 3,000 Rand an hour for a junior advocate, 1,200 hours considering the work that began in 2017, R2.50 a page times about 100,000 pages per council, excluding costs like travel and accommodation. We're looking at about 19.5 million Rand spent on paperwork alone. Throw in the feasibility studies and you're looking at over 20 million Rand in paperwork. What is 19,500,000? 19,500,000, that could buy you 4 swimming pools at Nkandla. Or it could get you 1/10 of the entire Nkandla plot. It is about twice the amount of money that was found inside Cyril Ramaphosa's couch. These are the things that you could do with 19,500,000. Premier Alan Winde, before he became the Premier of the Western Cape, maybe when he was still in Knysna looking for elephants in the bush, promised social housing. However, since he became the Premier, dololo. Social housing. Did you know half of Knysna is owned by the William Smith? William Smith, the maths teacher, also famous for Kringe en die Bos and the Knysna Heads. However, does this equip Alan Winde to talk about social housing and redressing spatial apartheid? We're not sure. We're pretty much sure that his promise now is about as hollow as Steve Hofmeyer's skull. Affordable housing is not introducing a slum into your neighborhood. Affordable housing is to allow people who earn less than 22,000 Rand a month into the neighborhood, sharing the good experiences, the wide roads, the parks that you celebrate, and views of the ocean if you're close to the coast. If you're wondering why Ndifuna Kwazi is not building any houses, then we invite you to come and see the floors in our office. So what can you do about this? You can, for one, stop your uncles from being racist at the braai, stop your aunties from being racist in the WhatsApp group, and stop your neighbors from talking about black males on the run in the street. That's the first step. The next step is you can write to Alan Winde and demand social housing in Tafelberg now. So that's the end of this month's episode of Poli-Tricks. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, affordable housing is good for us all.